Hey, what's up, everyone? I'm Reactor, and this is Quinn. Today's article comes from TheGuardian.com, and it says, Unsinkable Idea. Australian billionaire refloats dream to build Titanic. Flurry of interest after Clive Palmer recommits to outlandish venture, but company admits it has yet to contract shipbuilders. So yeah, they're going to build another Titanic or something. Titanic 2. Which is funny because are they building it like an antique ship, like, from 100 years ago?
Right.
What makes it Titanic 2? Does he plan on it sinking on its maiden voyage?
Is it going to be built exactly the same way
Yeah.
as the first Titanic?
Yeah, see, that could probably be it. I really hope he's not aiming for the maiden voyage thing.
Right.
If the Titanic was the ship that was meant to be unsinkable, the Titanic 2 is the idea that seems to be unkillable. 6 years after Australian mining magnate Clive Palmer declared he was going to build a replica of the Titanic, and 3 years after he had to suspend work on the project due to money troubles, Palmer has announced that work on the project will start up again. He had money troubles, but he's going to continue with this ridiculous waste of money project.
The maiden
unless
voyage
he's planning on
will
making a lot of
have
money.
Lots of people pay for it.
Building the boat, which will have the same interiors and cabin layout as the original vessel, complete with ballroom and Turkish baths, with reports passengers will be given period costumes to wear, has been a long-held dream of Palmer, an Australian businessman and conservative politician. He wants to dress them all up like they're about to die.
Right.
That's what it sounds like.
Right.
He's a madman. He's going to sink the boat on
He's a
purpose.
madman.
He even paid for an iceberg. There's been a flurry of interest in the project after Palmer said last week that Blue Star Line headquarters would be moved to from London to Paris due to Brexit. Last month, he announced that building would restart and said that when ready, the ship would follow the original planned route of the first Titanic. Yeah, maybe that's him hinting
It's
at
like
it.
he's fixated on crashing this thing into an iceberg.
He's hinting at it, like same path.
Hopefully they'll all be busy in the Turkish bath while we hit that iceberg.
The ship will follow the original journey, carrying passengers from Southampton to New York, but she will also circumnavigate the globe, inspiring and enchanting people while attracting unrivaled attention, intrigue, and mystery in every port she visits, he said. Yeah, it's not a bad idea, like a museum type of thing.
Yeah, maybe they could use scrap metal off the first Titanic to build this one,
Go down there and get it.
just to give it more of a real feel.
Didn't James Cameron buy a sub so we can go look at the Titanic or something?
I don't know.
Millions have dreamt of sailing on her, seeing her in port and experiencing her unique majesty. Titanic 2 will be the ship where those dreams come true. However, there are signs that those who subscribe to the Titanic 2 fantasy should not hold their breath. The project was first announced in 2012, but has faced years of delays, with work suspended in 2015 after a payment dispute between one of Palmer's companies and Chinese company CITIC starved the project of funds. In 2017, the West Australian Supreme Court ruled that CITIC must pay hundreds of millions of dollars in back royalty payments to Palmer's company. The ruling cleared the way for Palmer to continue with his pet project. Oh, okay, so the contractors, I guess, drained his project money, and he got it back from the Australian government, forcing him down, whatever.
Screwed by contractors.
Yep. Though it has been widely reported that the boat is set to launch its maiden voyage in 2022, a spokesperson for Blue Star Line, the company behind the Titanic 2 project, confirmed to The Guardian that no dates had been announced yet. Building work had not commenced, and the ship builders were yet to be contracted. Yeah, so this is just an idea right now. Work has commenced to engage with shipbuilders. Once DD due diligence is completed, we will announce conclusive building and voyage timelines, said the spokesperson. The announcement has caused amusement on social media, with questions raised about the ship's stock of lifeboats. The company says there will be more than enough for the more than 2,000 passengers and crew, with one Twitter user joking, "I'd like to curate the guest list." Yeah, so it's not really going to be accurate if they have all the lifeboats, right? They're supposed to only have enough for half the people.
Right.
This is unrealistic, and I'm outraged.
I mean, they definitely need a lot of lifeboats.
Skepticism about whether the Titanic 2 will ever set out to sea has existed since the project was first announced, particularly among those familiar with Palmer's other business ventures, which include a much derided dinosaur park in Coolum, Queensland, called Palmersaurus, which 33% of people on TripAdvisor reviewed as being terrible. This is like a fake Jurassic Park.
He personified himself as a dinosaur.
Is that what that is? Yeah. And that's him.
Yeah. He was probably just having a weird day.
Palmer was elected as a member of Parliament in 2013, serving one term as an MP before disbanding his party, the Palmer United Party, in 2017. The party was rebranded the United Australian Party, and Palmer has announced he will once again stand for Parliament, paying for billboards across the country which show him under the slogan, "Make Australia Great." So he's going for that Donald Trump angle.
Mm-hmm. Even has like the same color tie. He just almost
red. The press release announcing that work on the Titanic 2 trumpeted Palmer's contribution to the Australian economy, saying his projects and companies were responsible for creating over 60,000 jobs in the country over the last 30 years. But the Titanic 2 is unlikely to add to that number, with a spokesperson saying the ship will most likely be built in the Northern Hemisphere. Our DD will guide us on that decision. Palmer faces competition to get his Titanic 2 launched before another replica of the ill-fated vessel is completed. A second Titanic 2 is being built in a theme park in China's Sichuan province, where it will remain. After global coverage of the resumption of work on the Titanic 2 on Wednesday, the website for Blue Star Line was forced offline. An employee said the website had been attacked by bots and had to be taken down. What?
So like this company